Good morning, students. This class is about waves. So very first thing we will understand here, it's what is a wave. We already have discussed about oscillations, which are nothing but the disturbances. So waves are nothing but a disturbance which can travel. So whenever there is a disturbance and it can travel, we call this disturbance to be a wave. Otherwise, it is called as oscillation. Just like we are suspending this string with a mass attached to its lowermost part, and we set this object, or we can say pendulum, into oscillations. It keep on oscillating in these fixed extreme positions E1 and E2, not beyond that. So this is what we call as oscillations or vibrations. But whenever there is a disturbance, so it is a kind of disturbance in this pendulum. But there are other cases whenever disturbance can travel through a medium or even without the medium, called as waves. For simple example, let us suppose that there is a pond in which water is quite stationary and still and calm. And at the center of this pond, we drop a stone. So at the point where this stone enters or touches the water, at this point the disturbance is created in the water, and therefore water moves in downward direction due to this stone. Now what happens? You see the ripples formed around this point which travel towards the shores of this pond. So that means disturbance has been created only at this point, but it has traveled to the other points in the medium, same medium. So this kind of disturbance which travels through the medium, it is called as a wave. So in this class we will talk about waves in general. So to begin with, so we clearly understand that wave is nothing but a kind of disturbance which can travel through the medium or even without the medium. Okay, that simply means that disturbance is a kind of or we can say event which travels from one point to another point in the medium or without the medium. So in order to represent this wave, we need some mathematical representation. So what is the equation to write a wave which is traveling, called as progressive wave or a traveling wave? So the displacement caused by this wave in the medium, if it is traveling in the medium, so its displacement will be given by a times sine of 2 pi upon lambda into x minus vt. So this will be the equation of a progressive wave or simply a wave. It is also called as a traveling wave, which depends upon two parameters. One, the position where we are calculating the displacement, and the time, point of time where we are calculating the displacement. So that means displacement will depend upon these two parameters, x and t. So it includes both the terms. Another form in which this equation for the wave can be represented is y is equal to a sine 2 pi upon lambda into Vt minus x. So these are the equations in which a wave can be represented in general. Both are identical, and generally these are the equations whenever we take the wave traveling along positive x-axis. Right? So whenever waves are traveling along positive x direction, then either of these two equations can be used. This ratio here, 2 pi upon lambda, this ratio, it is called as the wave number, and we represent it by small k. It is called as wave number, or it is also called as progression number, or it is also called as angular wave number. So it is a constant for any kind of wave, where lambda is nothing but the wavelength of that wave. V is its velocity. with which the wave is traveling. So these are few important terms which one must remember. Similarly, we can also write the expressions for the wave which are traveling along negative x-axis. We just change the sign here. So therefore, along negative x-axis, if a wave is traveling along negative x-axis, then its displacement can be written as y is equal to a into sine 2 pi upon lambda into Vt plus x, or x plus Vt. Again here 2 pi upon lambda is again the wave number. We can also transform these equations into a different form. Suppose that we are taking this equation, very first one, and we multiply this 1 upon lambda in the inside. So therefore y takes the form a is the amplitude, the maximum amplitude of the particles of the medium through which the wave is traveling. Sine, it is 2 pi in the outside, and inside it is, whenever we multiply here lambda in the inside, it becomes x upon lambda plus, minus v upon lambda into t, because it is Vt. So when 1 upon lambda is multiplied, we get lambda in the denominator. And we already know that this velocity upon wavelength, it is called as the frequency of the wave. So therefore y takes this form a into sine of 2 pi into x upon lambda minus nu into t, where nu is the frequency of the sound, or we can say wave. So this is the another way which in which we can put this equation. We can also write just k here. So therefore y becomes equal to a into sine of 2 pi upon lambda. In place of 2 pi upon lambda, we are just writing k into, inside the bracket we have x minus Vt, and we already know that whenever k is multiplied inside, we get a into sine of kx minus k into v into t. We substitute k, which is 2 pi upon lambda. Here we are calculating this term. So it is k, which is 2 pi upon lambda, into v, which is lambda into nu into t. So this lambda just cancels out. So we are left with only 2 pi nu into t. And this 2 pi nu, it is nothing but the angular velocity or angular frequency of the wave. So in place of k Vt, we can write omega t. So therefore y becomes equal to a sine into kx minus omega t. Whenever the sound wave is traveling along positive x-axis, and if it is traveling along negative x-axis, of course we put a plus sign here. So there is only one standard equation. However, we can take that the wave is either traveling along positive x direction, so this is the equation, and if wave is traveling along the negative x direction, this is the equation. Otherwise each and everything is same. Okay, so this is the equation along negative x direction. This is, both are for the positive x direction. Okay, now we can make use of these equations in order to understand the concept further. So for that we take two numericals here, one or two numericals here, in order to understand how to make use of these equations. Okay. So waves, this is what we are discussing. In the question, let us take one question. It is given that a traveling wave on a string, it is represented by y. This is equal to, in some cases it is also written as y of x comma t, in order to indicate that y, the displacement depends upon the values of x and the t, where x is the position of the wave and t is the time, at what point of time we are writing this displacement. Okay. So If you write y, it is okay. If you write y of x comma t, it is also okay. So, it is given in the question that this displacement is given by 5.0 into sine, inside bracket it is 0.02002 into x plus 7t plus pi by 4. Okay. One more thing I can mention here, it is that this is the equation. Here we see that there is third term also, because there may be some initial phase. So, it is asked that we have to find out the displacement y and the velocity at x is equal to 1 and time t is equal to 1 second. So, whenever value of x is 1 and time is 1 second, then we have to find out displacement and velocity. Okay. So, very first thing is, in such type of question you have to compare this given equation with the standard equation. So, the standard equation for this is, by this equation in general we write the general form of the wave as this: y of x t is equal to a, the amplitude, into sine of k x plus omega t, because here it is in plus, and we are adding phi here because there may be some initial phase. Initial phase, if it is 0, then it is just k x minus omega t, but because it is having the third term, means the some initial phase. So, therefore, we are also writing this in its general, or we can say standard form. Now, we can compare and write the values, but here we need not to do that. So, this is the general expression. So, we have to find out y. So, y means the displacement. It is asked that we have to find out the displacement at point x is equal to 1 and time is equal to 1 second. So, in this given expression for the y, we have to put the value of x to be 1 and time to be 1. So, it is 5.0 or simply 5 into sine of 0.002 into x, x is 1, plus 7 into t, t is also 1, plus pi by 4. So, we have to just simplify this and find out the value of y. So, it is 5 into sine of, it becomes 0.002 and here it is plus 7. So, it becomes 7.002 plus pi by 4. So, here pi by 4, it is nothing but, because it is in radians, we have to substitute its value, because this is a number just. 5 into sine of 7.002 plus pi is 3.14 divided by 4. So, when we solve this, we get sine of, it becomes equal to 787. Dividing this number by 4 and adding both these two, we will get this. Okay. So, this is this is the value in radians, and because 1 radian, now we already know that 1 radian, it is equal to 180 degree upon pi. We have 787 radians. So, how much degrees they will compare with? It will be equal to 180 upon pi into 7.787. So, on simplification, we get it to be 446.39 degree, which can be written as 360 degree plus 86.39 degree. So, in place of 7.787, we can write it to be 360 means pi plus 86.39 degree. So, simply the displacement will come out to be 5 into sine of this 360 plus 86.39, which will be equal to 86.39 degree. So, the value of this is equal to 5 into sine 86.39, it is close to sine 90, which is 1. So, in place of this, it is slightly less than 1. So, it is 0.9980. Therefore, on solving, what we get, it is 4.99 centimeters. So, this is the displacement. There is no difficult point to understand here. We have given this equation and we have to find out the displacement at these values of x and time t. So we simply substituted the value of x and t in the equation, and we just simplified it by simple mathematics. And lastly, we found the displacement to be 4.99 centimeter. Secondly, we have to also find the velocity. So velocity is given as dy upon dt, as we already know. So we have to differentiate this. So on differentiating with respect to t, what we get? It is 5 into sine. So whenever we differentiate, the differentiation of sine is nothing but cos. So it becomes 5 into cos of 0 point whatever angle it is, it remains at is here 70 plus pi by 4 into the differentiation of this angle with respect to time. Because x and this pi by 4 are not the variables for time, only time t is the variable, not dependent upon time. So therefore only this has to be differentiated. So the differentiation of 70, it will be equal to 7. Okay. Now we know this equation. We have to substitute x to be 1, t to be 1, and find out the value of velocity. And in calculation, it comes out to be nearly 2.21. If you solve, this will come out to be 2.21 centimeter per second. So this is the simple way to solve such type of questions. Another kind of question which comes in the question, it is given that equation of a transverse traveling wave, it is given by y. It is the part of question. Y is given to be 0.05 into sine of 2 pi into 0.4 x minus 5 t. So this is given, and it is also given that x, y are in meters and time t is in second. We have to calculate number 1, amplitude. So we have to tell about the amplitude. So from each and every term which we are asked about, first we have to represent this given equation in its general form. So in general form or in its standard form, y is written as, it is a into sine of 2 pi into x upon lambda minus it is nu into t, as we have already discussed it. Okay. So now we have represented the waveform into its general form as given here. Now we can find out amplitude, which is a, it is given by, here in place of amplitude it is 0.05. So this is the amplitude, it is in meters as given. So first part is over. Second thing asked, it is the wavelength. So how do we find wavelength? So in general form, we have to compare each and every term in the given equation with the general form, right? So it is lambda here. So that means something which is multiplied by the x, it plays the role of 1 upon lambda. So for wavelength, 1 upon lambda, it is equal to 0.04. We have to simplify and find out lambda. So therefore lambda comes out to be 2.5 in meters. Third, we are also asked about finding the angular wave number, and wave number is nothing but k is equal to 2 pi upon lambda. Now because lambda is 2.5 meter, so it is 2.5 meter, so it is 2 pi upon 2.5. We need to just simplify it and we get the wave number to be 2.512, and wave number is measured in the form of, in the numerator it is angle in radians and in the denominator it is wavelength, which is in meter. So it is radian per meter. Next thing we are asked to find out is the frequency. So how do we find frequency? Here it is the frequency. So in the given equation, in place of frequency we have 5. So that means the frequency is given to be 5 hertz. and in the fifth number we have to find out the time period, and we already know that the time period, it is equal to reciprocal of the frequency. So it is 1 upon frequency is 5. So we have to solve it. So we get the time to be 0.2 second. So this is how we solve such type of questions, and in exam one question always comes of this kind for the full 5 marks. So it is quite easy to solve. Students must practice such kind of questions. In this very same question, it is also we are also asked to find the displacement of the wave y at x is equal to 50 centimeter and time is equal to 0.2 second. So as we did earlier in previous questions, we have to find out y by substituting the values of x and t here in the given equation. So therefore y becomes equal to 0.05 into sine of 2 pi into, it is 0.4 into x means 50 minus 5 into time is given to be 0.2. So we need to solve this equation just, and we can get the displacement. So this is equal to 0.05 into sine. So outside it is 2 pi and inside it is 20 minus 1 but because in the question it is given that x has to be in meters and time t has to be in seconds. So therefore we have to convert this 50 into meters. So whenever we have to convert, we have to divide it by 100, so it becomes 20 upon 100 after solving. So this just comes, and displacement just comes out to be sine, it is 2 pi into, it will be equal to 0.2 minus 1. So this will be equal to 0.05 into sine of 2 pi into what the value comes is 0.8. So we, and in minus sign, so it is in minus sign here. Because 1 subtracted from 0.2, it gives minus 0.8. Okay, so this again we have to convert this into the degrees, and then we calculate the value, and we get that 0.05 multiplied by the sine value of this converted into the degrees, it gives 0.9511, and therefore the displacement comes out to be 0.048 meter. It is just simple mathematics, only the point is we had to substitute the values correctly, because x is given to be in given in centimeter, and in the question it is said that x and y are to be measured in meters. So therefore 50 in place of 50 centimeter, we have to substitute it in meters. This is the first part of the waves, which is quite simple to understand. And for this last topic on speed of the waves and the beats formation, please refer to the second part. Thank you.